broadcast location. Mike, come on here. Here's your headset here somewhere. I'm sorry about this. You know how they do. Not only do they take over the set, they try to destroy equipment and everything. Total lack of respect for anything for our program. Now Zbyszko back. All right. Well, we are back and alive here on. I'm sorry, fans, for that. I know there's a group of you out there who want to hear what they have to say, and by all means, they have a right to say something if they're going to wrestle later on in this program. But don't come up here and tear up the set. Don't. I'm barking up a tree.
You know, they don't have a right to say anything. I want to see J.J. Dillon come out here and hand out some fines. That's what I want to see. They don't have a right to come out here unless Gene Okerlund calls them down or J.J. Dillon calls them down. Give them an interview. Yeah, but this set should be off limits.
What good?
I don't need the aggravation. You've got a bum neck. Tanay isn't worth diddly physically. So keep him away from the set.
Well, thanks for the vote of confidence, Larry.
Just look at it like it is.
But what's a fine going to do to them? Nothing. They've been fined and fined again. Nothing. Can I say something here?
Say it.
Knock one of them smack dab out for us, okay? Then I think it'll stop.
Well, if you're looking at me, if I pop one of them, if I take him in and stretch the goof, then I'm going to be at war with the entire New World Order. And that's going to wreck my golf game.
Wouldn't want to do that. All right.
Now, if Scott Hall wants to put up a large amount of money, we'll talk about it.
Larry has his priorities in order, I see.
I guess he does.
But he doesn't have the guts to put up a large amount of money.
Back to action. You heard from the Macho Man, Scott Hall, later on tonight against Luger and Diamond Dallas Page. And as we see Mortis go down hard from a standing side kick by Silver King and a cover 1-2. Mike, you touched on the fact we talked about members of Team WCW who have been named already for War Games. Luger, Diamond Dallas Page, and the Nature Boy Ric Flair. And when I see Luger and DDP together, as you see Wrath out with Mortis, and I know what's happened over the past couple of weeks, I'm concerned not only for their tag team main event here later tonight, but how Luger and Page, if they do have problems, and seemingly so, how they can coexist for Team WCW on the 14th of September.
And then you add Ric Flair, the Nature Boy, into the equation. How's he going to get along with Luger and Page? And to this point, Team NWO has not named any of their members.
Well, you look at the Team NWO roster. We saw two guys out here earlier in the Macho Man and Scott Hall. And what about Kevin Nash, Conan, Hulk Hogan, Hollywood Hulk Hogan? There's so many names that you can put in that cage.
Yeah, and they're all trying to find out who's going to hide behind the other guy.
I think it's good.
I think it's bad WCW announced anybody.
Yes.
Play that game of chess.
Right.
Let the New World Order spill the beans first.
Exactly. I was going to say the same thing. I think it's good to keep it a secret. Who's going to be in War Games, the ultimate battleground? 2 rings, completely enclosed in the cage. Mortis gets a 2 on Silver King here. And that event, of course, only on pay-per-view, Sunday, September 14th. And you can be a part of it live. Head first goes Silver King now.
Mortis so difficult to prepare for as far as any opponent because he varies his offense so much from match to match.
He's also got Wrath standing out there, and that's going to take one eye of Silver King.
You guys notice how when we know that Hollywood Hulk Hogan is here, how even more khaki the NWO becomes? It's almost like they're showing off for him. I don't know. Try to make sense of this.
They just know that they're at full strength when Hogan is here.
That's what it is.
So then they come out and strut their stuff.
Silver King hits hard on Mortis on the outside.
Excellent springboard by Silver King into the cross-body block, and he nailed Mortis on the floor.
On this Labor Day 1997, where 2 years ago this program was born, we bring you non-stop WCW action here tonight. And down goes Mortis, Silver King. Great anticipation that time, but he tried it one too many times. How about that maneuver?
Reverse Russian leg sweep planted him in the middle of the ring.
Face first goes Silver King. Mortis staggering to his feet, showing us he's going to go for the flatliner. Does he have enough power, though, to get him up?
He's got him up.
Boy, he sure does. Mortis climbing the top. Middle turnbuckle. Drops him down. And he wins here on Nitro. Well, how about that? He took quite a beating, did Mortis. Silver King had come to fight, but Mortis comes away with a big victory, and Vandenberg got the microphone.
Faces of Fear, why don't you come out here so my men can add your severed heads to my collection?
Well, as you know, the Faces of Fear and Wrath of Mortis will collide at Fall Brawl. It didn't take long. Here they are. And we've got a Donnybrook here, guys.
They're not waiting.
Ming and the Barbarian have answered the call. And these four men, these two teams, in another brawl. We have seen this week in and week out. And I don't know if it's going to end at Fall Brawl or not, Mike.
And which team is in control? Now it looks like the Faces of Fear with Ming and Barbarian in the double team on Wrath.
Well, right now, the Faces of Fear have the advantage. They answered the call, and they've chased them from the ring.
Yeah, looks like Vandenberg's collecting his rare oddities, saving him for another day.
Well, out with those severed heads came two very big, ample bodies to back it up. Here on WCW Monday Nitro.